Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
A legend.
The brother AZ.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Yes.
First
finally.
time on the Breakfast Club, too, right?
First time, yes.
Wow.
How you feeling, black man?
Oh, feel rejuvenated.
Word.
Feel revived.
But you put out music pretty frequently, though. It's not like you know, this is your first project in forever.
No, actually,
Like every couple of years, it feel like you drop something.
a single. I think the last album was
Do or Die
21, but before that it was just singles. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. I always wanted to ask you, man, why you do Sincere like that in Belly, man? Why you ain't warn them? Why you didn't warn them that you saw some trouble coming?
Listen, when they give you a script, you gotta follow the script.
Follow the
That's it. It's a script. In reality, I wouldn't even been on the block with the baby in reality. That's a reality, man. No way in the world. I understand that one, but
Word.
you know, man, yeah.
So for people that don't know AZ, don't know the history of AZ, let's start from the beginning. Where is AZ from and what got you into music?
Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn guy. Of course, like everybody else, the Sugar Hill Gang, you know, King Tim III, 1980, that dropped, and hip-hop turned everybody out. You know what I mean? As far as me getting on, that wasn't by design. It just happened, you know, just being at the right place, right time, meeting Nas on the phone, and just happened.
How did you meet Nas? You from Brooklyn, he's from Queens.
Right.
How did that connect? Because back then, you know, it was borough to borough. Brooklyn messed with Brooklyn, Queens messed with Queens, Harlem was with Harlem, BX with BX.
Right, it was a homie thing, you know what I mean? My homie knew his homie, like, yo, my people's better than your people's, on the phone. Me and Nas was on the phone for a year first, before we even bumped heads, and I never asked to get on the album. I came to the studio, he invited me. Went a couple of times prior to we doing Life's a Bitch, and just being supportive, you know what I mean? And when we put on Life's a Bitch, I started rapping to myself. He knew I rap because we going back and forth, but when he heard it, he was like, yo, I need that, man. I need that on the joint. I'm thinking he playing because I think halftime was out already. He was already.
Halftime, yep.
It was crazy in the streets for him. I didn't have belief in myself at the time, you know what I mean? But that was crazy. So hopped on the joint and did what it did. He kept it on the album.
Why didn't you have belief in yourself? Because it's like the first time we heard you on Life's a Bitch, you like, who is that?
Well, who likes their voice the first time they hear it? I mean, when you was on air for the first time, you probably felt the way, right?
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I was like, ah. And then he was so critically acclaimed in the streets. You know, the streets it was like the changing of the guards at the time. And I was like, oh, he just being cool. You know what I'm saying?
I could argue that Life's a Bitch is the best record on Illmatic. I can argue that when you think of Illmatic, you think of that record.
Yeah, man, looking at you.
I mean, come on.
I'm thinking because that album was such a classic album. That one, but then you got, like you said, Halftime. It ain't hard to tell. You got
great records, but I'm just talking about
New
when
York
you think about the quintessential crown jewels from that album.
Thing. I think that being the last song that they heard, because his tape was so revered in the streets, and it was everybody just had it before the album came out. So I think Life's a Bitch was like the last song nobody heard or expected. So when they heard it, like, because you figure nobody could really out-rap this guy right here. Right when you hear him, when we first heard him, when he put me on, I figured he's being nice.
The music in that song was I think something different. I mean, you think about it, right? Y'all rapping and then you hear the trumpets
horns
at the end, the horns at the end, and the horns are going, and you riding through it, and it was just that project was just an amazing project.
And that hook.
Yes,
like I don't care where I was in South Carolina. I don't care where you was at in the world.
Right.
You felt that if you was in a certain environment.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean at that time, I guess it was a lot in the streets at that time. You know what I mean? And everybody was just trying to figure it out. So I think it hit home.
So who wrote that hook?
Me.
Okay.
That was my joint. Yeah.
So he gave you the beat and you did the verse and the hook and everything?
No, he didn't give me. Actually, Elias was playing the beat and I was just in the studio and I heard it. I was in my own zone. You know, back in the days, well, I don't know how I go now. Everybody do studios different, but in the studio, everybody's in the studio, you know what I mean? So these three over there smoking weed, them three over there drinking Hennessy. I'm probably over there I'm in my own zone because I'm new. I'm from Brooklyn, the whole Queens crew in there. You know, I'm okay. I'm just meeting everybody, but I was in my own zone. And he heard it. He was like, yo, spit that again. I'm like, get out of here. I told him I'll spit it again. Nah, seriously. And then he like, go in the booth. You know, I spit it. I had the hook already. And then they heard it. They was like, yo, that's it. You know what I mean? They went crazy. I was like, all right, keep it. I still wasn't really, I thought it was being nice. But then he kept it on the album. Wow. I salute him.
Were you there?
Let's go.
Were you there for the whole process of that album?
Nah, not probably half.
And y'all recorded that in the city or in Queens or?
Nah, in the city.
Y'all recorded in the city.
Chung King.
So now that record comes out, right? And people are, like Charlamagne said, who's that? And now when did you get your deal? Because everybody thought you were from Harlem.
Wow.
Because Sugar Hill.
Because you cover all this on
that
one of the
greatest.
greatest.
That was just a record, though.
I know,
right?
but
I couldn't correlate it, right? Because I didn't know nothing. I knew about Harlem, but I didn't know about, you know what I mean? The whole situation. So Sugar Hill was taking the bitter with the sweet, right? So because LES bought the beat, you know what I'm saying? And he already kind of more or less had the hook in his head. I'm trying to figure it out, right? Because I got a couple of verses. I'm not in album mode. I'm trying to figure this whole shit out. Some people already was, got their deals and know what it took. So I had to start from scratch. So, but it's cool. But yeah, what you saying now about
now some people thought you were from Harlem because of the Sugar Hill at first.
Right, true indeed. Right.
And so you did that record, and then you put Miss Jones on the record.
Right.
How do you hook up with Miss Jones during that time?
At that time we was trying to figure out who was gonna sing on the hook. We had Faith Evans, like a couple of people auditioned, and Jones, she hit it. So me being naive to everything, I was just flowing. I'm flowing. I'm just trying to get to it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's crazy. I always assumed you was from Queens until I read up on your history back in the day, and I'm like, oh, he from Brooklyn, and now I'm like, well, damn. How come they don't mention AZ with the great Brooklyn MCs? Like, whenever somebody be like, who the nicest from Brooklyn?
Right.
Like, regardless of what borough you would be from, you'd be listed.
I mean, my name come up. Yeah. I mean, I hear it a few times.
Yeah.
It's cool.
On One of the Greatest, you talk about a lot of this history. Was that you just letting people know, like, this is how I got on, this is what I've been doing, and this is why I'm one of the best.
Well, you know what? I wanted to show another side of me, right? Because most of the time I rap, it's a lot of bravado, just spitting poetry, and I just wanted to really take them on a tour of really the inception and what I've seen and what I've been through, just to take the fans on a little journey with me. But yeah, I feel like I'm one of the greatest now. Gotta feel like that. I feel like I'm good. I got enough albums under the belt. I know the greats. I could dance with them. So yeah, I'm gonna title myself one of the greats. It's a fact.
One thing I would say about AZ is coming up in New York, I would see AZ. AZ was always out, right? I would see him at a function, a party, a club, wherever, or out and about. You would never with too many people.
Maybe in the beginning. After a while, it's like, let me figure it out, right? Because early in my career, EMI folded. That was like a slap in the face because I'm learning the game as we go along. It's a music business, right? So now I'm like the foster kid in the business, right? Because I'm going from label to label to label trying to figure it out. So you got a lot of luggage on your back. It's hard to really figure things out. It makes things a little more crazier. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was shaving the weight as I was moving on.
Was that just the thing to do back then, though? Because everybody had a big entourage?
What you mean?
Like as far as being with a bunch of different people?
When you first come in an unknown game, you want to feel comfortable, right? Certain people do certain things that not necessarily you won't do, but that would do at the time. Meaning, like, I know he ain't gonna bite his tongue. You know what I mean? Sometimes, hold that down. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to hop out the car to go see if I get in the club without standing on the line. You know what I mean? So you need people around for that. Yeah.
Andre 3000 recently said that at his age of 48, he feel like he has nothing to rap about. You clearly don't feel that way.
No. I mean, for me, everybody different, right? For me, it feel like I'm representing for those that really never made it or see me made it in my mind. This is me in my mind. Like, damn, a lot of homies lost their lives, a lot been locked up for a long time. So I'm like, I'm just representing for them carrying the torch. I probably never stop.
Now, also through your career, you guys created the firm. Now, how was the firm created, and how did you guys decide to pick the members of the firm?
How was the firm created? I mean, me and Nas had that idea for a while for my album, for More Money, More Murder. And then from there, I knew Fox, and she was just, at that time, I'm trying to remember how it really happened, but I know Kim was doing her thing, and then I'm like, I know somebody from Brooklyn. He was like, cool. So then we brought Fox to the table, and she was getting high. I think she did the Jay-Z joint. After that, it was Nas brought Megan to the table, and there you have it. And then all the other things took place.
Then y'all decided to do a project with Dre.
Fact. Oh yeah, okay. With that part, with Nas messing with Dre, and it was written, and he going double platinum made it that much easier. Made it that much easier for the firm to happen. So gave it a shot. Everybody was really successfully doing their own thing. You know what I mean? And it made it that easier. And but it was a lot of cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like management and labels, and it became hectic on that end to really reap the fruits.
I was gonna ask because I felt like that project never got the light it deserved. Right? Y'all stepped outside the box with Wiretap. You Firm Biz. I just seen the video the other day.
Right.
But I felt like with the amount of artists on there, even when they went from Mega to Nature and you and Fox and Nas, I just felt like it should have been a bigger project, but it kind of felt like it just fizzled out.
I mean, it was so much going on. It was just so much, man. You got, like I said, different labels, management, contracts. It was just too much, I think. You know what I mean? I guess after they invested but so much, they figured like, all right, this is enough. We ain't gonna keep burning the midnight oil on this.
And whose idea was the Wiretap?
I would say it was. I say it was mine. I take that, cause me being in there and Dre doing the beat, I hopped in there, got in the zone. I had an idea, but then Nas came up with like the hook. Yeah, it was a good thing, man. That was good. Listen, they still talking about it.
Wiretap is an amazing
they still
song.
talking about it. So
times. I watch I watch y'all Showtime at the Apollo performance pretty frequently. When y'all did affirmative action on Showtime at the Apollo, y'all start off sitting at the table.
Yeah.
Do you remember that night?
Oh, do I remember? When I see it, I remember.
Because when I was young, I remember seeing that on TV, and I don't know why that stands out to me so much. And I was watching it recently, like in the last few months.
Right.
You home on a Saturday night going through YouTube, like, let's see if that Firm performance up there.
That was good. Well, we performed phone tap. We didn't.
Y'all did affirmative action. Yeah. Y'all was sitting at the table. Nas had on the white joint with the cowboy hat or whatever.
I saw it. I'm thinking about the tour. We was on tour, the Bad Boy tour, when that came out. A couple of people was on a J, so I remember the tour. We performed. We had a nice little tour. It was nice.
Y'all was on the Bad Boy tour back in the day?
Yeah, the No Way Out tour. I think I believe it was a lot of people in it. I know for sure Jay was on it. You remember anything? Envy probably was DJing for that. You was DJ for that. I know it was a couple of, but that was a good tour. You know what I mean? For all of us being together and really rocking, that was good.
How did you always stay out of the? Your name was never mentioned in beef. No matter what beef happened, and since you were always cool with everybody, whether it was Hove or Nas and Kim and Fox, and you were always, but you would never mention in the beef, and you never jumped in.
There's nothing to jump in. Like it's rap. Well, this is not. You know what I mean? So. How many people jumped in any of the rap? Nobody jumped in Jay and Nas beef. Yeah,
they damn near try to jump Nas. The whole Rockefeller jumped in on Nas.
Nas is different, right? Like when he attacking, he won't tell you. He didn't say, "Yo, I need help. I need your come." He'll get low and you don't hear from him, and then he just you know what I mean. So that was him. Kim and Fox, they females. They was doing what they was doing. I don't even think they went on wax, did they?
A couple times.
Okay.
Not really. Little bars here and there.
Yeah, a couple bars.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. You titled this album "Truth Be Told."
Right.
What truth are you telling?
My truth. Just my truth on when I did One of the Greats. I felt like I was just being personal. I took the title from there, and all of the other songs was just me just expressing my perspective. You know what I mean? So yeah.
How'd you pick your features? You only got 3 features on the album. You got Moo Fresh, Fat Joe, Pharoah Monch.
I mean, Pharoah Monch stand up all day, lyrical monster. He was on 36 Seasons that Ghost did. That was crazy. I always wanted to, do a record with him at the end of the day. Joe was just there. Joe, a good brother. You know what I mean? Actually, from him giving me sneakers, I kind of seen him back to back after that. At the Nas, the dinner thing. I just kept running into him. I'm like, okay, I got Joe, and Joe get busy. And Moo, she supposed to been on a show I supposed to been on. I was like, who is Moo Fresh? And I looked her up. She was crazy. We got to do more music.
Her voice is phenomenal.
Yeah. Rap, sing.
She rap too, right? Yeah. So that's her singing and rapping on the record.
Yes.
What's the show you were supposed to be on?
Excuse me?
You said the show?
They were doing a show together.
I don't even know. It was a band, and they wanted me to do the show, and then they had her on it and someone else. I just looked her up. I was like, who I'm doing the show with? You know what I mean? Trying to follow up. So yeah.
What do you think? Was there any disconnect with like you and the industry like back in the 90s? Because it feel like you was set up to like win and win big.
Yeah, but like I said, when EMI folded, everybody has a label that pushes them. I didn't have a label at that time, so it was a rap. to me, right? So in my mind, I gotta keep on going. So I'm going from there to Virgin, from Virgin to Electro, from Electro to Mo. Like I kept the beauty of it. I'd never been dropped, and the beauty of it is they didn't try to shelf me. You know what I mean? So that was a great thing.
Were they making you make music that you necessarily didn't want to make, or?
Nah, I had free will. You know, it was just that, you know, if a label not behind you at that time, now that we know the game, you're not going but so far. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot they got to put in. Market, promotion, radio. If they're not 100% behind you, nothing's happening.
You think you get the credit and acknowledgement that you put in and all the records that you've done that you deserve, especially this year with 50 years of hip-hop?
Right.
You see all these celebrations, and I'm like, damn, I've never seen AZ mentioned in majority of them.
Right. Do I? I never really thought about that either. I mean, I'm here. You know, I'm independent. I've been in the game, I think, in due time. You know, everything is surface. But, I mean, the true heads, they know what it is. You know what I mean? They know, I'm sure. You know, but like I said, this is a business. Let's not forget that. You know, and there's a lot of things that go behind these names and things that's being done. You know, a lot of sponsorship, a lot of people vouching for certain things. And it's cool. I mean, I'm sure the love is there within the music business and outside. Like, I'm kind of cool. Everybody got a position to play at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stand on it. It's cool. You know, you got those that's there. You got those that's really there. And you got those that's right here. You know, I figure I'm right here. You know what I mean? And that's my position.
Now, there was always rumors that you and Nas were supposed to do a couple of albums together.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? When we got the Life's a Bitch, More Money, More Problems.
That's my brother. You gotta ask that man. You know what I mean? But I'm here. Whenever you're ready, I'm here.
Did he inspire you, you know, with what he was doing with Hit Boy over the last few years?
Yeah, facts. He definitely did. I mean, to see him constantly put music out and stay relevant and as his pen gets sharper, it's like, it inspires me. Like, yeah, that's my boy. And that's what made me just really, of course I had to put Dog Die 2 out, but now just staying on it right now. Ain't no like, yo, this is my last album, yo, retire. Nah, we ain't doing that.
And where the visualizer? Where did that come from?
Visualizing the realism, they took it from there.
Oh, okay.
They took it from there. They gave me that title.
So they started calling you that?
Peoples, yeah.
Peace on the visualizer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you visualize for yourself that absolutely came true in this rap game?
Destined to live a dream for all my peeps that never made it.
And that's it.
That's all. Can't ask for too much.
You know, the reason I like that mentality, man, is because, you know, you got so many people that are like, oh, I want to be a billionaire. I want to sell 100 million records. Yo, sometimes just being alive is enough.
Yep.
You know, being able to represent for the people who not here no more.
Great expectations bring great disappointment. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So have you ever had any expectations for yourself in this game?
In this game?
Yeah.
Just to stay relevant, and I think I'm doing a good job, you know? And staying out the way, because just be a lot. I see a lot of things are used for marketing tools. Like, you know, when I see things and I can't really understand why it's going on, and you sit back like, oh, I see what's going on. So it's just a game. It's a game of entertainment. I'm figuring out.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's late. It's late in the game, but I get it now. Because sometimes I be like, why would you want to mess the money up? Like, why is God? I get it now. You know what I mean? Everybody use different tools to make their shit move. You know.
That's why I love when people our age still make music, right? Because I'm listening to your album, and you just had one line. You was like, get money, give back, stay out the way. I'm like, yo, that's my life. That's what I like. That sums up my life.
Everything.
Get money, give back, stay out the way.
Becomes beautiful after that.
Word
you know
up.
I mean? And in time, a few people figured out, and then some people regret it later. Like, damn, I could have, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I'm just enjoying the journey at the end of the day. That's it.
Well, the album is out right now.
Yes.
Truth Be Told.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate you for joining us, brother.
I appreciate you for having me. First time up here.
That's right.
And it was great to walk up the stairs. It was a good thing. That was good.
All right, it's the brother AZ.
Yes.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.